Welcome back to this World of Warcraft Let's Play. You're Sambo, and joining us from the past is our good old friend here, our level 17 Goblin Shaman, Yogurt. G'day, Yogurt. Kazam, it's good to see you here in Orgrimmar. It's been such a long time, of course, since we've logged in on Yogurt the Goblin Shaman. I can't wait to get stuck back into this character, and of course you guys, I know, are a big fan of hers as well. It's the Sass, the lass with the sass. The Sass is back, is that right?
What's up?
What's up, indeed, and joining her, of course, is her little companion from BlizzCon 2013. La 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 la, that is a Merklight. You know, it's so good to be back here in Orgrimmar. In fact, I don't even know what's going on up there. If you have a look up there, you can see we've got one of the dragon aspects hovering over the top of Orgrimmar. Maybe you guys know why, because I have absolutely no idea why. But that looks very, very cool. And you can see that a number of blue drakes are also roaming around the skies there. I honestly don't know why that is. Do you know what though? There's so many cool things since I have logged in here last. Apart from the fact it's great to be in Orgrimmar. This is such a great city. I've noticed a lot of these Fey Drakes that are running around, and now of course I can't see any of them. They're those new, basically they're new mounts that you can buy off the pet store. And they change, oh hello Merklight, what are you up to? Oh, getting himself into all sorts of trouble. They change colour as you ride them around. They're really, really awesome looking, and go and have a look. In fact, I'll put a link to them in the description below where you can get them off the store. I'm very tempted to get one myself because they are awesome, they're huge, they look amazing, and like I say, they do change colors. I don't know if that's randomly, but I saw somebody running around and it was just changing left, right and center. So very, very cool. You know, another thing that's very, very cool is I saw this in my mailbox before from the WoW dev team here. It's a celebration package. Look at this. Wow, yet another year has gone by for WoW. Indeed it has. We wanted to thank you for continuing to play World of Warcraft with us. So here's a little celebration package to go with your adventures, and that's from the WoW dev team, which is really, really cool. If you hover over this, you can see it is a celebration package, and its use increases XP and reputation gains from kills by 9% for 1 hour. Why is it 9%? Well, that's because it requires WoW's 9th anniversary. We'll take that. Thank you very much. And in fact, if we go and have a look in our achievements, you can see right there it is. It is indeed the WoW 9th year anniversary. That's why it's 9%. So there we go, logged in during WoW's 9th anniversary. Make sure you guys are doing that during this week, throughout this week in fact, so you can get that feat of strength and add it to all of your other ones. And if you look in your bags, you'll see that that's there. It's just an item, and we'll save that up for when we're running around in the world. Gosh, it's so good to see you, by the way, Yogurt. Why don't you tell us a bit of a joke? I do love your sillies.
Listen, babe, you gotta keep up. The world is changing. Everything these days is now. Faster, faster, faster. Me, murder, murder, murder.
Okay, that's a new, I hadn't heard that one before. 10 internet points if you can tell me what that one's parodying. Let's try another one.
Skip to step 3. Profit.
Yeah, okay, we know that goblins love their profit. Is that right there? It is indeed. Oh man, I can't wait. This is so much fun. And of course I am a shaman. If you're wondering what on earth is going on down here, you can see that I am, well, I'm only level 17 for a start. I'm an enhancement shaman, in case you're wondering, which means we've only got one of our talents that we're able to have here, and I've decided to put it into Stone Bulwark Totem. And you can see all my totems down here. Of course, we've got our Flame Tongue weapon, which I need to imbue on both of my weapons. It's the only weapon imbue I've got, and that is because down here we've got Lava Lash, and you can see here that if the offhand weapon is enchanted with Flame Tongue, then my damage is increased by 40%, so I definitely want to have that going. You can see, of course, we've got the Searing Totem here, which fires off fireballs, which is really, really handy there within 25 yards. And of course, I've got my other little totem here, which is the Stone Bulwark one, which is from my talent tree there. I've got my Lightning Shield on, I've got my Wind Shear, which interrupts the spell casting basically and prevents any spell in that school from being cast for another 3 seconds. I've got my Purge here. Purges the enemy target, removing one of their beneficial magical effects, and that's really, really handy. I've got my rocket jump here and my rocket barrage, which of course you'll remember from the last time we were here with Yogurt. I've got my ghost wolf form, and that allows me to run around just a little bit quickly, even though I'm too low for a mount, which I really, really like. I really enjoy having that as a chamois. I've got my ancestral spirit, which is my res. I've of course got my hearthstone. I do have a heal here. This is my first heal called Healing Surge. Love the spell effects there, really, really cool. And of course I've got my lightning bolt. I've got my earth shock, and that one there also applies an effect, and that effect is called weakened blows, which demoralizes the target, reducing their physical damage by 10% for 30 seconds. Very, very cool there. I've got my flame shock, which is an instant, and I've got my primal strike, which is an instant, and then of course the lava lash that we were talking about before. So it's going to be so much fun running around here on Yogurt with my good mate Merc a lot there, but I do think I've got a couple of pieces of housework to do before we can get it. Oh, look, by the way, that right there, if you hover over it, that will be the, there it is, the enchanted Fey dragon. You must admit, let's get rid of the UI there. That is awesome. Look at it. It is incredible. It's great big eyes, and there it is. You saw it change color right in front of our very own eyes there, and that guy wasn't doing anything. I think it just randomly changes color. In fact, if we hang around long enough, maybe it'll change once more. So Tehama, there it is. There it is. So you can see it's just randomly changing. That is very, very cool, and I definitely want one of them. I think they're $25 off the Blizzard store, or if you buy them with the Alterac Valley Pup, I think it's $30 all up. I can't remember. I'll have to go and have a double check look at that. But anyway, before we go any further, what do we have? We've got relatively full bags. What a surprise. So I'm going to go to the auction house. You can see here I've been storing up a bunch of stuff, and of course the AH is over there in the background in Orgrimmar. Yes, we're in Orgrimmar. There it is. We'll maximize that. For those who haven't been back to WoW for a while, you can see it's actually changed up quite a lot. We've got something here which is a fishing quest, I think. Let's have a look at our quest log here. Fishing, a staggering effort. Slaughter a stag north of Orgrimmar and use its eye as bait to catch a sandy carp in the Valley of Wisdom. Now, I'm not sure if I've actually got a stag's eye in my bag, so let's have a look. Oh, I have. All right, so we can run over and do that quest very, very quickly. That's going to be handy. But what I've also got is a bunch of other stuff. One of them is the battle pets, which is cool. We'll get onto that in another episode. But this one here is called Need More Science. By the way, look at that mount taken off there. It is just epic, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. Need More Science. Locate Assistant Greely at the Southern Rocketway Terminus. The Goblin Rocketway can be used to quickly move around Azshara. And of course, you guys may well remember, by the way, look at that, there's an Ashes of all these mounts everywhere. I've got to get myself some good mounts. You might remember last time we were riding around that Rocketway, and let me see if you can see it. There's the dotted line there. We actually made our way to 3 of the terminals all up. But this quest here is one that we need to head over there. Never again, Yoga. No bulldozer deserves the fate of my Margine. You might remember we had to depossess a bulldozer. Yes, it was a bit weird over there. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was kind of funny. But this quest is all about that. Yes, we're going to need some industrial ghost proofing. This is a job for our top scientists, and I know just the woman for the job. Look for Assistant Greely at the Southern Rocketway Terminus. She's the administrator for Azshara's world-famous secret lab, and she owes me a favor. So look, we've got tons of stuff that we're going to do. So we're definitely going to head out there, but before that, we are actually going to go into Orgrimmar here and go over to the Sandy Carp. So I won't bore you with running around over there, because I know that you guys will have seen it a million times. So what we'll do is we'll cut filming, and as soon as I get close to the fishing, we'll come back. We'll see you in just one moment. And here we are, we're coming up to the area we need to be in for the fishing, and look at that view. Once again, people who say, oh, WoW's old school, oh, WoW graphics are terrible. You tell me that that looks terrible. I love this game. Yes, it's stylized, but it looks absolutely gorgeous, and I love getting lost within the world of Warcraft. Look at this, here we go, swimming around under the water. Let's get out of our ghost wolf form, and let's see if we can pull out our fishing pole. Hello there, and that to me it looks like a battle trainer as well. Look at that, the Eye of the Tiger. Okay, that's a very, very cool name for a guild. Let's get out, and by the way, you don't need your fishing pole these days, but I like to still equip it. Let's pop that on. There it is. And what do we got here? A staggering effort. Slaughter a stag and then use its eye as bait to catch a sandy carp in the Valley of Wisdom. And if you're wondering where we are, this is where we are in the Valley of Wisdom, right in the center of it. In fact, now this I think means that we're going to need to use the eye. I've fished sandy carp in Orgrimmar's local waters for years now. Recently I've noticed my bait is not working as well as it used to be. So I suspect it's got something to do with the Tauren that moved into the Valley of Wisdom. In fact, they are just over there. We'll get to see them in just a minute. So there's a new area here. If you haven't been in Orgrimmar for a while, I spoke with one of their local fishermen, and it turns out that their appetite has changed. They are biting on stag eyes these days. You should be able to find plenty of stags north of Orgrimmar, just outside the northern gate. And of course, you guys also might remember that now you can get out of Orgrimmar and straight into Azshara over the top here, which is really, really cool. It goes straight into Azshara, in fact. Can I get up there? No, we have to zoom out a little bit more. There we are. That there is Orgrimmar. You can see it's all kind of linked now. So it's very, very cool, very, very handy. Alright, so probably what I need to do, let's check this out once again. And yeah, it looks like it's an actual daily fishing, because it's going to increase my fishing skill and give me a bag of shiny things, which we do like. Let's use this eye. Right click, use attaches a stag eye to your fishing pole for 10 minutes. And there we go, you can see the buff up the top there. Stag eye bait allows you to catch sandy carp in the Valley of Wisdom. 10 minutes remaining. Let's flick out our fishing pole. There it is. Of course, you guys know how to fish. Hello, Merkalot. How's it going? Very, very cute there. And of course, once that bobs, we are going to right click on it. There we go. And all we got ourselves was some tangled fishing line. It's no good. Let's see if we can move around our fishing spot too, by the way. Very cool fishing animation that she's got going on there. And listen to that classic World of Warcraft vanilla music going on in the background there. Here in Orgrimmar for the Horde! It is so awesome. I love the Horde. Love me some Alliance as well. There's something about the Horde, of course. There we go, some driftwood that time. Let's run up the top of the bridge here. I'm pretty sure that any of this water area around here is eligible. So let's pop a line into this one. What are you doing, Merkalot? Making all sorts of noise. There are the Taurens over there that we were talking about, by the way. In fact, you can see their architecture, which is very cool. Some weeds, that's no good. We need to be able to pick up one of these sandy carps. You can see here in the tracker, of course, the sandy carp is what we want. And you can see also that my fishing is increased. That's gone up to 8 there. This will take it up to 9, I'd imagine. Yes, it does. So look, we're definitely not wasting our time here by fishing, because we are increasing our fishing skill, which is awesome. Look at that view, folks. It is beautiful. What time is it here? It is, whoa, there we go. Now I'm playing on Australian servers. I am on Khazgaroth, in case you're wondering or wanting to join me here. Khazgaroth is an oceanic server, so you can see here that the server time is set the same as the local time, which is 1:33 in the PM on a Sunday for me right here, right now. And that means we've got that gorgeous looking clear sky up there, because of, well, the time of the day is real. As you know, WoW has a full 24-hour day cycle, day and night cycle. But it looks fantastic in here, the lighting, the luscious growth, I absolutely love it. Alright, come on, Yogurt, can you catch me a sandy carp? We've still got our little stag eye up the top there. Make sure that that's still on, the stag eye bait. We don't want to lose that one at all, because if we accidentally right-click that, then we're going to lose that buff, and that means we can't actually complete this quest. We'll head over there, maybe to those shores over there, and do some fishing in just a second, see if it makes any difference. Again, I don't mind. My fishing has increased to skill 12. And there's a raw bristle whisker catfish. Hello there, how are you?
Zog zog.
Zog zog. That's right. And as I was saying before, here we can see all of the Sunwalker outpost stuff here. Here's the Taurens. Let's have a chat to them. Greetings.
Well, friend.
I love their voices.
The winds guide you.
That is so awesome, isn't it?
How may I aid you?
I love it. And the guys as well.
What brings you here? Well met. Peace, friend. How may I aid you?
How cool is that? Love it, love it. So yes, you can see there's priest trainers there. There's the chamois trainers, the druids. Very, very earth-wise little Tauren encampment that's been set up here, right in the heart of Orgrimmar, which we love. And there's some toads too, which is a pet battle. And maybe if you're lucky, we'll have a quick battle of one of those as well. Let's throw our fishing line in here, see if we can get ourselves one of these sandy carps. If I don't get one in the next couple of casts, we will take a break from the filming, and I'll come back once we're actually successful with this. and you can see I've only got 7 minutes until I'd need to go and get myself another stag eye for this particular one, but hopefully we'll be able to pull one up before then here in World of Warcraft. Very much looking forward to the Warlords of Draenor as well, by the way, in case you haven't seen any of that information. Make sure you look it up on the official WoW site. That is the newest expansion to be announced here for World of Warcraft, and like I said in last week's episode with Seraphis, it really does remind me of the true roots of Warcraft, not of WoW, but of Warcraft, and I'm really looking forward to that expansion. Do you know what else I'm looking forward to? That is catching a fish. So what do you reckon there, Yogurt? Are you going to be upset if I take a break and come back once you've caught it? Oh dear. Alright, well, we'll just ignore her for a moment. I'm sure she won't mind at the end of the day. What is... Oh, she's got a little tissue out there. Didn't notice that. We'll be right back, folks, in just 1 moment.
See ya.
And welcome back, folks.
How's it going?
How's it going? We did it finally. There we go. A sandy carp. The quest item has all been done. And that means that we can head off and hand this in. Actually, do you know what? I shouldn't break a promise, should I? Let's get out of that. And let's do a quick pet battle with this toad here. But let's check and see what I've got. I've got Mercolot, which is level 1. That seems fair to me. Got my little celestial dragon and my tiny spore bat. So I reckon that's a fair... Yeah, that's fair enough. Let's see if we can engage this toad. It's probably been a while since you guys have seen me do a pet battle. And of course, this is total Pokemon. That's what we're talking about right here. All right, what do we got here? We've got Lash. Let's start off with that. And you can see that the other ones here are actually locked out because my little Mercolot is not high enough of a level. But that is Falling Murloc. And that is attempts to teleport above enemy and land directly on them, which is really cool. And Righteous Inspiration, which is basically a swapped in pet, has the double speed and damage for 1 round. So that's kind of cool. But you can see here we go up the top here. The toad is not faring too well. 46 hit points out of 126, where I am 122 out of 54. So, you know, percentage-wise, I don't think I'm going to die anytime soon. Except my little Murloc missed that time, which is no good. Let's try that again with my Lash here. Oh, and the toad still has 6 hit points. Not doing too bad. Now, of course, if I wanted to, I could capture this, which is kind of cool. I have only collected 1 of 3, so why not? Now, we still do get the XP, even though we capture them, or trap them in this case. Let's throw a trap, see if we can actually catch it, and that looks like it was successful. And we are all done, got healed up there. And we got 38 XP, and we captured ourselves a toad in the process. So I'm kind of happy about that.
Fantastic!
Fantastic indeed. It is time for us now to go and hand in this staggering effort quest here. So you can see if we go to Orgrimmar, where are we going? Oh, we're heading around the side, and we're going over into the Valley of Honor. Strength and honor, which is really cool. I love it here. Here we are going through the dragon. Of course, ever since Orgrimmar got redesigned, it's a little bit difficult to get around if you're used to the old Orgrimmar, but once you get used to it, it's actually much better. Well, in my opinion, it's much better, and it definitely looks a lot cooler as well. All right, well, look, we'll take a break again, and we'll come right back once we get close to this objective. We'll see you in a moment. Welcome back. Here we are coming up to where our hand in somewhere around here. I'm pretty sure the fishing, there they go. Fishing train is around here. Doesn't it look awesome in here, by the way? Just fantastic. Oh, I notice over there we've got, you know what, I might just quickly detour. We've got ourselves a little exclamation mark above the notice board here, the command board. And this is always good. If you don't know what this is about, this is to send you to the right area pretty much for your appropriate level. So if you're ever stuck for quests, go and have a chat with one of these boards. Let's see what it's going to do. The Northern Barons, all able-bodied members of the Horde for the Horde, are hereby ordered to report to Cargill Battlescar at the Farwatch post in Northern Barons. So yeah, that's kind of cool because that will actually send us on a cookie crumb there. Oh, in fact, it's too low for us. We've already outdone that one. You can see that sending us to the Northern Barons. We must have actually leveled up somewhere else. So yeah, we really don't need that quest. No wonder I abandoned it. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so let's go over and hand in this fishing quest in the awesome town of, well, it's not a town, it's a city of Orgrimmar. Tons and tons of players still around in WoW. As you can see, people say, oh, WoW's dead. No, it's not. WoW is far from dead, and in fact, if anything, it has really picked up of late, and that is because of the announcements of Warlords of Draenor, which is really cool. Let's go in here and have a chat to the Master Angler. There we go, we get ourselves 2 fishing skill, 1250 XP, 9 silver, and a bag of shiny things as well. Let's have a look at that bag and see what's in there. And we've got copper, we've got swiftness potion, which is really cool, and an undelivered love letter, which of course is one of those little grey items that become quite collectible for some people. Really, really neat there, that have some really cool flavour text on them. Anyway, what I need to do is empty my bags, and I'm pretty sure that that's going to mean to me going, I wonder if this guy sells stuff. No, he doesn't. We need to just go to a vendor. Pretty sure there's one over here. Get rid of all the junk in my bags. What's this, a travelling trader? No. Well, I can see... Let me see here. Ah, there we go. They're inside. Look, we also need to go to the auction house and clear out all of the junk in my bags. And, of course, there's a couple of auction houses in Orgrimmar. This is one of them. Listen to that classic music once again. Oh, I love it. All right, so I'm going to sell some stuff here, and we'll come back once. When I've got my bags empty, we'll be right back. And welcome back, folks. Here we are. We are all done as Yogurt has a bit of a boogie on down here in Orgrimmar. You can see now that I've got empty bags, yahoo, and I've repaired all my gear. I've got all my right gear on, and everything that's in my bags here is stuff that I need. I've been to the auction house, and I've been to the bank. So all that remains for us now is to pick up on this one here, the Need More Science, where we've got to go and locate Assistant Greely at the Southern Rocketway Terminus. And again, that is all the way over to, well, it's actually kind of to the south of the zone, but from where we are, it's over to the east. So once again, folks, you probably know, if we go into our Ghost Wolf form, there we go, that you can actually run out the back of Orgrimmar now, and thank you for that heals there. We can run out of the back of Orgrimmar, and that's an easy, quick way to get into Azshara. So you run up this path here if you want to know where we are on the map. Here we go, right up the north top of the northeast section of Orgrimmar. That is where we're headed. So I'll come back once we're basically closer to where we need to be in Azshara, which, if we zoom out, as you can see, is over here by the rocket terminal. We will be right back. And here we are, folks. You can see Azshara, the Orgrimmar rear gate. That is exactly where we need to be, and look at that. This is bringing back all sorts of memories. Here we go in the zone of Azshara. It is beautiful. The lovely autumn tones here. This is wow. This is Azshara. This is a completely redone zone, and definitely, look at that. The Horde, a symbol over there. Definitely a much better and easier way of getting at it than it was before. Absolutely incredible. Now, where we're headed is over to the east here, but you may remember that there's a nice and easy way to get there, and that is via the Rocket Terminus. And we love these things. This is a great way of, there we go, the Rocketway Exchange. This is a great way of getting around the zone now, and that changed a lot ever since the Cataclysm. In fact, we've got this awesome roller coaster ride here. Let's see if we can quickly make this gate. And there's the tractor that we helped out. Look at this. Of course, you might remember all of these people here. Private Worcester, however you say that. We've got Melnir, Skyreaver, all these familiar names and faces from earlier on in our Let's Play shows with the little goblin chamois here, Yogurt. All right, so we need the rocket jockey. Let's get out of our Ghost Wolf form here.
Time is money, friend.
Time is money, and we need to go to the Southern Rocketway Terminus, I think is where we're at. Where do we need to go? Let's see. The Southern Rocketway Terminus. Yes, that's right. So let's click on that, and hopefully we'll get ourselves a ride, and hopefully we won't fall off. This is awesome, and yes, it's all automated. There's the goblin music in the background there as we race our way over to the south and the east of this zone. It is so much fun. I love this. It's such a great way of getting around such a big zone. Woohoo! Alright, this is awesome. Let's zoom out and take a good look at this. And I love it. The cliff crashes stuck in the ground there. And of course, in the old days, you used to have to walk around all of this, and it used to be a lot different. There was no secret lab. That was a secret lab over there. That is definitely something, whoa, that we're going to be doing in this particular quest line. We've got a lot. Oh, don't fall off the end. Oh my god. What the hell? Typical goblin technology. Look at that. Totally fell off. Whoopsie. Oh, well, at least we survived that without any scars. I kind of like that. There's the awesome goblin music in the background. There's another quest over there. Bombardier Captain Smooks. In fact, let's go and pick up Pick up that quest while we're here. Why not? God, I'm going to love doing all of these. I so love goblin stuff. Here we go.
Can I help you with something?
Can you help us? More to the point, the Naga started making a move on the peninsula here after we finished building this Rocketway terminal. But there's no problem in the world that can't be solved with gratuitous firepower. Right, definitely a goblin. That's what my daddy used to say anyhow, before the accident. I'm running short on supplies though, so do me a favour and collect the mortar shells I left stockpiled in the secret lab just west of here. Oh, I'm kind of glad we picked this up because we're definitely going to be heading off to the secret lab. Keep me supplied and I'll let you call in the artillery strikes. Okay, that is very cool. Collect 5 goblin mortar shells from the secret lab complex in Azshara and we'll get ourselves this, a artillery signal, which allows us to call in artillery strikes whenever we like.
You can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Anyway, okay, I'll stop singing now. Look at this, look at the colours, it is awesome. Gosh, this is so different to what Azshara used to be back in the day. And those of you who are watching may remember something that used to wander around this particular area right here. And it was big, and it was blue, and it was open world. Can you tell me what that was? And I do miss it. I do miss it a lot. Although apparently in the new expansion we're going to get a whole bunch more of them. Anyway, there you go, bit cryptic. We need to go and hand in this one now. This is, of course, the Need More Science. This is the one that actually basically brought us over here, the Cookie Crumb quest to bring us over to this new area. There we go, Assistant Greely, hello.
Yo.
Yo, what is Klubnik talking about? Haunted construction equipment? Does it look like I have time for ghost stories? I've got a laboratory in the middle of a meltdown, fires burning, animals mutated, and worst of all, projects falling behind schedule. Help! Okay, well, we are here to help you, Assistant Greely. Don't you worry about that. What do you reckon there, Yogurt?
Awesome.
Yep, indeed. When science attacks. Did you see the explosions on the way in? The secret lab is engulfed in flames. Again. If we don't stamp out those flames, we're going to hit critical temperatacity, whatever that word is, and resonate into a meltdown cascade. Oh my lord. Here, I'm entrusting you with a canister of experimental hypercooled pressurized liquid gel, the most volatile fire retardant known to science. Keep that canister away from open flame though. Alright, that's a bit of an oxymoron, isn't it? Put out the fires and hose down my interns, then contact me via the squawk box in the control central itself. So, there we go, we've got our work cut out for us. We're already heading over to the secret lab. Now we've got to use the Fire Eliminator X21 to extinguish 8 fires and to rescue 6 research interns from the inferno at the secret lab. And we've got to see Assistant Greely at the Southern Rocketway Terminus if we lose our Fire Eliminator. Oh my lord. Okay, so let's have a look. We can see it on our back there. It's got a skull on it as well. That is so cool. God, I love this game. You can see we are now wearing it. So we've got to get ourselves ready. Let's imbue our flames there. Let's put our lightning shield charge back on. And oh dear, we've run out of time. I am so sorry after all of that. Of course, it was a preparation episode, but you can see we are as prepared as we're ever going to get. That is us with our Fire Eliminator on our back. You can see there, it's a Fire Eliminator X21. Hoses down the fires, raging in the secret lab. That is so cool. That is what we've got to look forward to in our next week's episode. And of course, we've got to have a Murloc tagging along, our little Merkalot Murloc here, who will be joining us as well in the secret lab. And if we have a look in the map here, you can see they are just up the road, which is where the secret lab is. But that is it, folks. I certainly hope you enjoyed this second episode in our return to our World of Warcraft Let's Play, and of course with one of our favourites, Yogurt. Next week we will be back on Seraphis, our little Pandaren monk. I can't wait for that episode because that one is the one where we get to decide whether or not she is Horde or Alliance. Which way is she going to go? You're going to have to tune in to find out. In the meantime, on behalf of myself, Sambo, Merkalot and Yogurt, our level 17 Goblin Shaman, it's us saying take care. Hope you guys are having a great week wherever you are in the world. We do look forward to seeing you next time. We will see you then, and bye-bye.